glad you're here. Major Stovall, Captain Dirksen, wing bombardier. I just stole him from Pine Tree.
Oh, there's something hot on the griddle. I can smell it.
Yeah, we spring it tomorrow. Captain Dirksen's going to ride as my lead bombardier. We finally got a break in the weather.
It's about time. Hamburg?
Well, for the rest of the Air Force, yes, Harley, but not for us. We got ourselves a plum. How many times have we hit that big oil line in the Sar Basin?
About a dozen anyway.
Well, it's a decoy. It's a phony. Look, the real oil line runs under this cabbage patch. And these farmers are line maintenance men. These haystacks camouflage access wells.
According to intelligence, that line supplies half the SAR, Major.
Well, so at 0500 tomorrow, Air Force will launch a massive attack on Hamburg. That should draw almost total enemy fighter capacity. A half an hour later, we'll take off on a surprise lightning strike beeline for Birkenfeld. And with Captain Dirksen over the bomb site, I expect to scatter a lot of cabbage.
How many squadrons are you taking with you?
Just one box, Major. 7 airplanes.
Into the heart of the SAR Basin? Whose insane plan was that?
Well, that was my insane plan, Major. Without any fighter support and any fanfare, I think we'd be halfway there before the crowds even begin to suspect us. All right. I want Captain Walters as bombardier for the alternate lead. Oh, if it's not too hot, I want to do a 360 over the target and take some pictures. Lieutenant Michaels can handle that. He's a good observer. Lieutenant Gunther for our navigator, and I'll take the rest of Redding's crew.
Both his waist gunners are out on sick call. There's Sergeant Magley.
All right, he'll do fine. Who is that bombardier who likes to fly as a gunner?
Flight Officer Waller?
Yeah, that's right. He's got a good box score. I'll take him.
I'm afraid you can't, sir.
What do you mean I can't? Why can't I?
He's in the guardhouse.
12 o'clock high. A QM production. Starring Robert Lancer. Also starring Frank Overton, with guest stars Bert Brinkerhoff and Chris Robinson. Tonight's episode, The Mission. And that's hard. All right. Heart. 2, 3, column left. Heart. 2, 4. Details.
Sergeant Court delivering Flight Officer Waller's per orders of Major Stovall, sir.
Sergeant, you're relieved to discuss it.
Thank you, sir.
Stand at ease, Mr. Waller. Well, they tell me you kind of tried to dismantle the NCO club. I would hardly call that conduct becoming an officer and a gentleman. Would you, Mr. Waller?
An officer, sir?
I think that's a technicality, don't you? Want a cigarette?
No, thank you, sir.
I haven't seen you around the officers' club at all lately. Any particular reason?
No, sir, No, I just,
Sit down, Mr. Waller. We're going to hit a top priority target in the morning. That's why I sprang you out of the coop. I want you to fly on my crew.
You mean, sir, I'm going to be your bombardier?
No, I mean that I want you to fly right waist gunner. That's what you prefer, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Waller, you worked your way all the way through bombardier school. You wind up wanting to fly as a gunner. Why is that?
Bombardier school wasn't my first choice, sir. They sent me there after I had washed out of pilot school. I wasn't very good and wasn't very hot for it, so I guess that's why I graduated without a lieutenant's commission.
In the rush to turn out a couple of million airmen, Mr. Waller, a lot of luck is involved, some of it good and some of it bad. Your ratings since gunnery school stack up pretty well.
I'm glad to hear that, sir.
Tell you what happens, Mr. Waller. A memo comes down from upstairs and says out of this class, 5% will be graduated as flight officers to satisfy the table. And believe me, in that kind of a bum's rush, it's impossible to rate a man fairly. It's more like flipping a coin.
I guess so, sir.
I know so. Well, I'll be glad to have you on board anyway. You know how the Krauts like to snipe at the lead plane?
I do indeed, sir. Sir, may I ask who the other waist gunner will be?
Yeah, it'll be Sergeant Magley. Oh, you look like maybe he's one of the men that you tried to dismantle or something.
He's an excellent gunner, sir.
He wouldn't be flying this mission if he wasn't, so you save your steam for the Krauts. Do you understand?
I understand, sir.
All right, get out of the hard stand, supervise armament loading. We're carrying 1,000-pounders.
Will do, sir.
We mustered over 400, so get yourself some chow and get to bed early.
Yes, sir.
Wash you for another drink, Frank.
You better get somebody else. I'm going to hit the sack.
Good night.
Good night, Ed.
General Savage, can I talk to you, sir?
Hello, Gunsy. Yeah, you better make it while I'm still awake.
I just dropped by operations, sir, and I saw us flying. And would you mind if I swap positions with Lieutenant Brady? Let him fly lead navigator. It's a personal matter, sir, of no importance to you, I'm sure. Brady's a good man.
Whoa, just slow down a minute, Lieutenant. I know Brady's a good man. I pick my men for their qualifications. Look, Lieutenant, you have spent all afternoon going over this mission with Captain Dirksen. Now, you come to me 10 hours before the mission, and you tell me you want to be replaced. I'd like an explanation.
Well, sir, it's been a tacit understanding in combat ops that I don't fly with washout water.
I don't know about any tacit understanding, Lieutenant. Why don't you fly with Waller?
Let's just say we hate each other, okay?
Well, you're not going to have much time to hate anybody tomorrow, Lieutenant. When you're not on those charts, you'll be on a gun. Besides that, Waller won't be up in the nose with you. He'll be on a waist gunner. What is this, Gunther? Some kind of game of personalities? I'm disappointed in you.
I'm not the only man that feels this way about him, sir. He's a first-rate downbeat goof-off artist, and the very sight of him raises my hackles. He killed our crew.
There's a mouthful to say about any man, Lieutenant.
He froze on the bomb site, sir. He wouldn't let me take it manually. He just sat there, doubled up, letting the Krauts fix their guns on us. And when they let go, we dropped 15,000 feet, sir, before we could even start counting the dead. We had a ditcher in the channel. Waller and I made it home.
You point a very ugly finger at him, Lieutenant. Everybody freezes up once in a while. Ties into knots.
Sorry, that's how I feel, son.
All right, then I have to say that tomorrow's mission is more important to the war effort than how you feel about any particular man. You've been trained to do a job, and you're going to do it. You read me?
I read you clearly, sir.
As long as this mess continues, you will fly any aircraft with any personnel assigned to that aircraft without any further complaint. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, you get some sleep.
Thank you, sir.
Saying it's blacker than the Yankees' heart over there at Germany land. Yet here it's plumb beautiful. Now, how do you figure that out?
I don't know. Weather report's negative. The way it looks, there'll be another stand down.
And I sure resent holding out of my sack to come over here and watch a red flare, I'll tell you that.
Well. I see everybody eager, beaver, bright and shiny this morning. Oh, and a special good morning to you, First Lieutenant Gunther. Sir.
Get off it, Waller.
Washout, please. After all, you originated that flattering sobriquet. I don't see any return address on this bucket of rivets. Hope you guys have checked the escape hatches. One thing I can't stand, it's a crowded exit.
Do we have to take him, sir? We've got an extra man. He'll only be on the camera while we're on the bombing run. Can't he man washout station?
As you were.
Magley, you're right. On a long mission such as this, stretching fuel so thin, I can't figure out why anybody'd want excess poundage such as me just sandbagging in the belly. Ballast, I suppose. Knowing my weight with a slipstick, I can tell you exactly how many gallons of gasoline I'm going to cost.
Look, Waller, just one more crack.
Doc Kaiser expressed the opinion a long rest leave wouldn't hurt Waller. He's a little too tensed up.
Well, thanks for the intelligence, Harvey. I just wish I'd known yesterday a few of the facts I've learned in the past 10 hours.
Will you need him? Could you spare him?
No, I need him.
All right, green for go.
Well, Frank, all I seem to do is say good luck.
That's all right. Just don't start saying goodbye, Harvey.
Mr. Waller.
Yes, sir?
Mr. Waller, nobody has time to feel sorry for somebody who's busy feeling sorry for themselves. Now, stop needling the other men. You're on a waste gun because you put yourself there.
Yes, sir. I think I'm doing a job, sir.
Now, one other thing. Don't let Gunther tell you what to think of yourself.
Radio to pilot.
Go ahead.
Weather alert, sir. It's Blue Jay for negative over target. Maximum bombing altitude under 12,000 feet. Recommend divert to first alternate.
Roger, thank you.
12,000 feet. We might as well just lower our gear and truck down the nearest Autobahn.
Except when we ain't got no Teamsters cards.
Shut up the chatter, will you?
This is Blue Fox 1 to Boggs. Weather as anticipated. Target remains primary. All right, gunners, clear your throats.
I sure admire the way the General sticks his neck out, but I ain't too keen about the way he's sticking mine out.
Right waist to pilot. Clear, sir.
Left waist to pilot, clear, sir.
You better check again, your belt's gonna jam.
What, where?
At the feed tray, where else? Let's look to it, huh?
Pardon the oversight. And thank you for calling it to my attention, sir.
Listen, Magley, I don't need to take any lip, not from you.
My apologies. I agree, washout's much more fit.
Hey, wait a second now. There ain't enough oxygen at this altitude for you all to have a good fight. Now wait till you get down on the ground and you can do it properly, all right?
Pilot to engineer.
Bombay doors operative. Just switch to Bombay tanks.
General, sir, one of these 1,000-pounders ain't hung right in their shackles.
Dirksen.
Sergeant. You could hang up, General. The load might not salvo. Wasn't anyone on duty when these were loaded?
It doesn't figure. She was hung, right?
Pilot to crew, fighters 12 o'clock and high. Fox One, I said tighten it up. This is just the first taste.
What about that hung-up egg, General?
Pilot to navigator, how far to the IP?
About 90 seconds, sir.
Blue Fox 1 to alternate lead. Take over first.
Can't swap leads now, General.
Fighter, 3 o'clock level!
I guess I spoke a mite hasty. Well, there's why the crowd's left, Michaels. And ain't that nice of them to supply umbrellas for us to shade our eyes from the sun? Go check your camera, will you? Pretty lousy shooting, I'd say. Looks like I spoke a mite hasty again. Just shut up, will you, Michaels?
Oh, well, you better do like he says, Lieutenant. I can recognize the symptoms. He's getting flaccitis.
I don't need any lip from you, Magley.
There's a whole 17 crew can tell you about how nervous he gets. Only trouble is they're not around to testify anymore. Pilot to waist. Bombardier's been hit. Get Waller up here on the double.
Wanna speaks, buddy boy. You better run on up there now. Go on. Magley, ain't you being a little bit tough on him?
Pilot to navigator. How far is that IP, Lieutenant?
30 seconds, sir.
Get out on the nose and get on that bomb sight, Waller. And Mr. Waller, there are 7 airplanes and a lot of war effort riding on you. Now go do it.
Here we go again, you and me. And another crew.
Gunther,
You heard what the General said. Get on that bomb site.
centered.
It's your airplane.
Bombs away!
Blue Fox 1 to formation, starting a 180 to the left. Pilot to camera, how does it look down there?
Right on the target, sir. It's raining cabbage all over the czar.
Pilot to bombardier. Nice going, Waller.
Radio operator pilot, don't close the bomb bay door, sir. That bomb's still hung up. Didn't salvo.
Waller, get on it. Blue Fox 1 to Blue Fox 3.
Blue Fox 3, over.
You'll have to take him home.
Roger, Wilco, Blue Fox 1, and good luck.
The arming wire's out. It's armed and there ain't a thing we can do about it.
Just like the second time around.
Those bombs were hung right. I watched them. Ask the general what might have happened. He taxied out like he was looking for chuck holes. Could have been a solenoid or turbulence, so get off my back, Gunther.
Gunther to pilot, the bomb's armed, sir.
Pilot to crew. Let's scuttle everything you can lose. Waller, strip your station.
We've got to dump that bomb before we can land.
What about the manual release? It's down! Now there must be something we can do.
Everything out, he said. And maybe we better start with 160 pounds of chicken. That'd be a holiday, Waller. National Buddy Week. Honoring a hero that sacrificed his life to save his buddies. This time. It'd be quite a switch, wouldn't it? Now go ahead, Waller. Do one good thing in this man's army. Die. Will you strip the
this ship to its rivets, we won't stay up in the air now with that piece of mail hung up. Now go ahead. Now's your chance to balance the books. There's nothing like having a sociable chat out there in the fresh air. But if I might interrupt you, why don't you come back and help us get some of this stuff out of the waste? You can start by helping me get one of the 50s off and stuck in its mounting. We'll give you a head.
We're dropping at 500 feet per minute. Dumping that gear hasn't slowed our rate of descent much.
All right, we're getting close to the channel. Everybody get a chute.
We're too short, sir. Flak made lace out of them.
And two of us will have to ride her down.
Trouble with it? Like you did the bombs, sir?
I told you before, Magley, get off it and stay off it.
Look, don't you guys think you ought to save your domestic squabbles until we get out of this mess? We're not getting out of this mess. Unless, of course, Mr. Waller can think of an idea to save us. Like he did another group of buddies I once knew. How about that, Mr. Waller, sir? Got any ideas? I gave him one. He turned it down.
Listen, Gunther, I've had you in spades. The whole beef...
Watch it, waste gunner. Bandit, 3 o'clock level.
Head, shoulder. Get away from me. You're a jinx, Waller. A dirty, crummy chicken jinx. Enough of you've rubbed off on me already. Everything you've touched dies. Yeah, you take care of him. Fix him up. You see them bullet holes up there, boy? That's where you were standing. Waller just shoved you out of the way. He saved your life.
Lieutenant, take over. I'm going to take that bomb.
It's no use, General. She won't budge.
All right, that's it then. Get your chutes and jump.
Ain't got no shoot, General. It's all shot up.
Take this one.
You got it? I got it.
You've got our position. Get on that key and send an SOS, then bail out. Pass the word.
Won't be able to make it unanimous, sir. Lieutenant Gunther's been hit.
What happened?
Hit in the shoulder, sir. He's passed out, but he's okay. I mean, he will be if we get him back home.
All right, get those chutes on. Bail out. We radioed Air Sea Rescue. You'll be picked up.
Sir, what about Lieutenant Gunther? I can rig a chute so it'll pop open. We can put him out the bomb bay.
He'll drown, Waller.
What about you, sir?
Once you men bail out of here, I'll lose enough weight so I can get this plane back to the base. That live eight we're carrying?
Sir, I'd like permission to ride her down with you.
Permission denied.
Well, General, you're going to need all the help you can get up there.
All right, that'll be enough. Come on, bail out. Let's go. Good luck. Don't get your feet wet. I'd like to stay with you. Bagley, I just gave a direct order for crew bailout, and I want it executed now. Well, we're gonna move on. Lieutenant, they're all out back there. You're next. I'm gonna try and take Gunther home.
Sir, I could take
Go on, Lieutenant.
General.
Come on, make it fast. Jump.
Sir, you take my chute. I'll try to bring her in.
I gave you an order, mister.
No, General, listen. I got almost all the way through advanced before instruments washed me out. I blocked some multi-engine time, sir. Please, General, listen to me. Sir, don't you understand? You're important. You have your place, and I don't. You belong, sir. This is one thing I can do. Please, let me try to bring this aircraft home.
Whining, negative, crybaby blues. You're doing it again, aren't you, mister? Now, come on, don't look so surprised at me, Waller. I know your record like a book.
I don't follow you, sir.
All right, then follow this. You didn't wash out because of instruments or any lack of ability. You washed out because of your attitude. Your entire military career has been one long maze of griping defeatism. You're never for anything, you're always against it. Believe me, if the Allied military were all like you, we'd lose this war, mister. Well, that's why you washed out. That's why you're a flight officer instead of a lieutenant. You want to know something else?
I guess you might as well say it all, sir.
In your entire military career, this is the first day you've ever done anything to deserve a promotion.
But after that hung-up bomb?
That was an accident. You gave us a beautiful bomb run over the target. You personally knocked off several enemy fighters. That deserves a raise in any man's book. So as you were ordered, mister, and use the nose hatch.
Sir, you can't land this airplane with that hung-up bomb. I'll go work on it.
Waller!
General! How come you're still here? I'm having a little problem with that bomb you kept reminding me about.
Maybe you better shoot up and bail out.
They scuttled the toolbox and I need a crowbar.
To 9 or 18 control. Altitude 800 feet.
Still dropping. Approximately 15 minutes to base. Arrange clearance for emergency landing.
General, you can't possibly land that ship with an armed bomb aboard.
I agree with you, Major, but as I said, we've got about 15 minutes. Believe me, we're still trying.
General, I think he means to shoot it loose.
Shoot it loose?
Yes, sir. I think it could be done.
What about the ricochet? You might hit the bomb bay tank.
Do we have any other choice, General?
All right, go ahead when you're ready. To 9 or 18 control. Have an ambulance ready. I have a wounded man aboard. Coming in on 2 engines.
Well, your refusal to bail out on my order was a direct breach of their discipline. I'll have to report you to Wing. Throw it in their laps. Meanwhile, you'll be confined to quarters. Look, I think they'll take it easy on you, Walter. I can use another good lead bombardier. Lieutenant.
Roger, and thank you. The Piccadilly Lily will be in fine fettle by Wednesday.
Oh, good. And Michael's got sure handle a camera. Harvey, look at this. We're racked over 30 degrees. Look how I stayed with the target.
It's a beautiful run.
I know it.
Wing's asking the impossible again tomorrow. They want us to show with 28 ships. We've got 23 on the line.
All right, might as well get the crew chiefs on it. If we can't make it, we can't make it.
Roger. And the chaplain can punch Pine Tree's card.
Oh, hello, Wally.
You wanted to see me, sir?
I sure did. Come on in. How's Lieutenant Gunther?
Doc Kaiser says he's going to be fine, sir.
Oh, good. I understand you got off with a light reprimand.
Yes, sir. It's pretty soft to my way of thinking. The adjutant said that he had a special request from upstairs.
Oh, yeah, well, it's probably group. The Air Force can't spare a good bombardier in the pokey, Lieutenant. You want to take a look at your dirty work?
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Savage. Yes, go ahead. Ninth? The fine. I'll settle for that anytime. All right, thank you very much, Major. That is our first underground report, Lieutenant. An estimated 95% destruction in the target area.
That's not bad, sir.
Not bad, Lieutenant. That is as fine an example of precision bombing as I've ever seen. You didn't even attend briefing. We were turning on the IP already when you bent over the bomb site. What is the matter with you, Waller?
Well, sir, there's always the element of luck.
There's always the element of skill, too. Get that into your head. You've changed your attitude. I've got another big one tomorrow, Waller. Major McClelland is out. Do you happen to know where I can find a good, self-respecting bombardier, Lieutenant?
What time is briefing, sir?
0400.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, around about 1700 hours, I'll buy you a drink. If you're going to be at the officers' club.
I'll be there, sir. Thank you very much.